Hi there, Rock Academy drummers, and any other musicians as well. But I'm sure if you're watching these videos, it's because you're playing the drums. So this is the Grade 1 Rock and Pop the Trinity syllabus Rock and Pop, and this one's Billie Jean. So again, like the other videos, I'm not going to go the whole way through the song because I don't think really that's what's needed. I think these videos are kind of here to help you go through bits that perhaps are a bit challenging. So we'll go through the groove first, like the kind of feel of the song. This one's like very similar to another one, Bites the Dust, in that it's the same kind of groove, but it's slightly faster, 108 beats, so not too fast, but slightly faster. And there's a couple of things like the ride cymbal comes into play here, whereas it doesn't in another one, Bites the Dust, and you've got a couple of extra bass drums. So towards the end of the song in the outro, we have 1 and 2 and 3 and. So there's an and bass drum there on beat 3. And then there's probably a few more fills in this song. So I'd say between the two, I think this one's probably slightly sort of more challenging. Not too much though. It's still not technical focus, so it's all within reach. They're all within reach totally. So the groove for this song is very much, well, it's the same. So another one, Bites the Dust, apart from the outro. But the beginnings of it is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it does that for a bit, and then on bar 10 we have this kind of thing happening midway through the bar. So there's like a little fill, and then it's quavered, and it starts with our bass drum, 3 and 4 and. So 3 and 4 and. And for those of you who are still kind of getting to know the drum kit, bass drum is with your foot, not with your hands. It's the pedal your foot's sitting on, your right leg, that should be. So let's go from the bar before that, or actually no, sorry, let's do that bar. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if you think of the words, 1 and 2 and biscuits. So 2 biscuits together, but the first bis is with your foot. Ket, biscuit, biscuit, biscuit. Okay, let's do the bar before that. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's my mistake there. 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, cool. And then we come into bar 11 with this crash cymbal on beat 1. So for those of you who haven't really come into cymbal, well, you should have done, to be honest, by now. We should have covered some cymbal bits. But let's just recap in case you're struggling a bit. So when we hit the cymbal, usually, it doesn't always work this way, but usually there's a bass drum underneath. And even more so for when the cymbal comes back in on a beat into the bar, because it's on beat 1. And on beat 1 we usually have, again, not always, but certainly in the lower grades it will usually be a bass drum on beat 1. So instead of doing a hi-hat, we're going to do a cymbal, but we're going to put our bass drum as well. So it's 1 and 2. So what a lot of people tend to do, and just be really careful of this, is that they hit a cymbal and then they start beat 1 again. But we're not doing that. Beat 1, you can't do beat 2 the same beats in the same bar. It just has to flow and follow. So if beat 1 is taken up with a crash, then we don't do beat 1 again. We don't start the bar again. We don't have just one beat on its own. It's got to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and not 1 and 2 and 3. That's what a lot of people do, and I totally get why. Because you want to start, as we always start, like on a hi-hat. But if you're playing a cymbal like here on bar 11, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, cool. Hopefully that explains that. Go down and start on the line 15, bar 15, that line, and then we've got at the end of that line 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, pardon me, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Cool. And then we go down to bar 19 where we're in the chorus, but just the same. And then we go along, and on bar 20, oh gosh, I need glasses, I think. I've got glasses, but I haven't got them on. 22, bar 22. We've got, again, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. So there's quite a few little kind of fills coming in midway through the bars here, which is cool. 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. Really need to get my glasses on. If you wear glasses, do wear them. It will help you. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Continue, and then on bar 26, we've got again another little fill coming in. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. So we've got a quaver on beat 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and. So 3 and, 3 and then lemonade to end it. 4E and. All on the snare. So let's do that nice and slowly, going from the bar before. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, and then once we've done that, so we've got this kind of little thing. Again, this is what makes this song slightly more challenging. Not that the fills are above any of you, it's just they're a bit tricky if you're not used to doing fills. So you might get confused what hand to do it with, but the best way to do it, I think, is experimentation, because some of you will be left-handed, and if you're left-handed, you know, you might want your ride cymbal. I have one student who's left-handed, likes the ride cymbal kind of over this way, so he can do it with his left hand, which is totally fine. You can set the kit up, you know, however you feel comfortable with it. There's no kind of rule about where to have things. But say, for instance, you need your left hand to come back over, you might want to do the rolls. This, but you can see, and then you've got to get back over. So I just did it then, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Can you see? So it kind of might be all right. I'm right-handed, and I was coming back, but the thing is, because this cymbal is so close, you know, to the ride, it doesn't really make much difference. Or you could do it with your left hand, so it'd be 1 and 2 and, or it'd be 3 really make too much difference. If I was using the hi-hat, maybe it'd make more sense to use the left, so I could get back over, you know. But it is up to you how you feel comfortable. And then after we've done that bar, so we'll do 1 and 2 and 3 and nice accent, nice loud accent. So the triangle above the very last beat that we play, beat 1, is like a little kind of to the side V, like an arrow. That is an accent. So if ever you see something like that above a note, that means to play it to emphasize it. And it might be that you know, especially in the higher grades, you kind of get them on the odd notes, you know. It makes it more tricky because then you have to really start with dynamic and stuff, you know. So it's really nice, kind of easy, gentle way of getting into dynamic early on. So yes, nice and loud. So just going over very quickly the outro on the ride. Now obviously we've got a new, not a new, I don't know if it's new or not. I think most of you hopefully by now will be used to kind of 3 and. It's one of the second kind of grooves that I like to go over with drummers. The first one being, you know, that one. Just to get a bit of variation on your bass drum and to kind of get used to your foot working, you know, actually with your hands, because if you think about it, it's going with the hi-hat, as the hi-hat goes on every single one. So, or the ride cymbal, 1 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Cool. So hopefully that is enough for that song. Hopefully it's helped. Any questions or anything, please, you all have my email address now, so please just feel free to email and I'll help in any way I can. All right, thanks so much. Bye for now.